Welcome back to Technically Fed Motion. I'm Hailey, and today we're going over the most basic digestion tips I give my nutrition clients about every single time, and about every single time they find it helpful. So here we go. So we're going to start at the beginning of your day. You have woken up. You are ready for breakfast possibly, or maybe you're not. But first thing I suggest you do is to drink some warm water. It can be like hot tea, but at least warm, and preferably with lemon or apple cider vinegar in it. Now I'm talking about at least 8 ounces. Some people like to do 24 and they find that helpful. That is a lot of water, and your stomach has to have time to empty that before you eat your breakfast. Just keep that in mind. And I'm talking small amount of apple cider vinegar, like a teaspoon at most. This whole craze of apple cider is great for weight loss. It is great for, I don't even know what else they suggest it's great for. Don't kill yourself. It is really something that can burn your fragile esophagus. Water it down. Please don't do a shot of 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, okay? Not okay. Within reason. Everything is within reason. Not a trend. Okay, so a little bit of lemon as well. You can squeeze fresh lemon preferably and get that going. This helps rehydrate you after you've been dehydrated all day long. Sorry, all night long. You just woke up. And gets things going. You are going to need a lot of fluid to digest your food when you eat. It helps prep with that as well. Your body likes warm things. You think about Chinese medicine, and they talk about how drinking cold puts out the fire, along those same lines, whether you're Eastern or Western thinking. So there's tip number 1. I would suggest, wait, if you can wait about 30 minutes before you actually eat your food, that'd be great. If you have a slower emptying stomach, you may need to wait longer, and definitely don't do the 24 ounces. You decide what's best for you. I can't actually see you, even though I pretend I'm talking to you. Yay, YouTube. Okay, so we're gonna move on. You've given it time. It's time for breakfast. Hopefully you are creating something. I suggest a warm breakfast. I know that's not everybody's deal. That could range from bacon and eggs to oatmeal to regular dinner food. That I'm not particular about that. That is your personal preference. I do not think cereal is a fuel that's going to last very long, and it's just going to spike your blood sugar. I think they're coming out with better cereals, but they're very expensive. So you have a hot breakfast. You're going to sit down just like any other meal. Sit down at a table where you can put your feet flat on the floor and take 3 breaths before you start. 1 so you can smell it, because digestion starts up here to signal all those juices to flow to get that stomach acid going so that you can digest. Smell it in. So a nice relaxing breath would be in through the nose for, let's just do 4 counts. Breathe in, hold it for 4 counts, and let it out for 7. Okay, do that at least 3 times. Just relax, calm down for a second. Whether you are religious or not, take a moment to be grateful. Whether you are saying what you're grateful for, what you're excited about, or you're saying a prayer, grace, whatever you call it, take a moment to do that. You can just say, I am so grateful I get to eat breakfast today. That simple. That just switches something in our brain and helps us to be prepared, to be calm and eat. So you have your parasympathetic nervous system and your sympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic, you're running away, fight or flight, there's a lion in danger. Parasympathetic, you are calm and relaxed, you rest and digest, and that's where we want to be. So take those breaths, get there, take a moment, and then eat your food 1 bite at a time, a reasonable size, and chew it. It should be mush paste in your mouth. You should not be swallowing chunks. Your stomach doesn't have teeth, okay? So I've stopped counting all the tips, just track with me. Some people benefit from digested enzymes, HCl, betaine, to help with the stomach acid. If you have ulcers, if your stomach is irritated, you're probably not going to want those, and I'm never going to suggest anything for you on YouTube. You're not my client. Digestive enzymes usually are safe for everyone. Some people, there are certain enzymes that really do a number to them and they experience diarrhea, which tells me there's a couple things going on, which we won't go into this on this video, but that's a flag for me. So be aware. That's something to be aware that you are either sensitive to something, or it's something you don't need, or your body's trying to communicate with you, whoa, this triggers this response, right? So, moving on. You don't have to drink a ton of water with your food. Have a glass, don't be chugging it. That's not the time when we get our hydration in. I have a whole video on hydration that you can go check out. I am still wearing this sweater because it's one of my favorites. But anyways, so we've had our breakfast, you're moving on. In between meals, you gotta give yourself time for your body to empty your stomach a little bit. You don't want to overwhelm it with fluids, so drink your water primarily in between meals. Give yourself at least a half an hour afterwards. If your stomach empties slow, you're gonna need a little longer and you're gonna need to really sip. So I'm talking more to my gastroparesis friends. If you don't know what that is, that means nervous system wise, you're emptying really slow. Stomach is almost paralyzed in extreme cases. So you move on to lunch, same deal, calm, you prepare it a place. A couple more tips for when you are eating. Make it a social event if possible. Can you eat with coworkers? Can you find a friend, especially at dinner? End your day in a social environment. I know that is tricky if this is still 2020 and you are watching it. Figure out something. While you are eating, no phone. So if you are eating right now, shut this off. Watch this later, not the time. Okay? So this is distraction. It takes over your brain. You're getting that dopamine response that we love and we're addicted to. You don't need Instagram and YouTube while you're eating. Put it away and slow down. Okay? Trust me on that one. I know you want to fill up this space, you want to numb, you don't want to think about things, you want entertainment, but eating is for eating and social and face-to-face interactions, if possible. Okay? So be reasonable with yourself. If you're like, I'm eating by myself, I live by myself, I'm in quarantine, I'm sick, whatever, turn on some music, some nice calm music. Probably not the time to listen to hardcore rap or your workout music. So find something calm and relaxing and go from there, okay? So I hope this helps. These are all like basic things, find a place, preferably you're not driving in the car, you have your set designation, you make an event, you take the time, you're using warm foods versus cold, etc. So I'm trying not to repeat myself too much. These of course are the very most basic things. I think my dog just barked, I'm sorry. But comment below what does work for you and if you notice anything, if you implement these, all right? I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.